How's it going, everyone? This is Abe's Card Collection back with another Through the Mail Tuesday video. This week we had 8 returns. We're going to start first in Medford, Oregon, upside down. So, interesting way to start things off. Cut through here. Probably could have just pulled this one apart. Hope everyone's having a good week. And we have Mr. Bob Johnson on a 1972 Topps. Very cool. Former Pittsburgh Pirate pitcher. Also spent some time with the Kansas City Royals, Cleveland, Atlanta, and the New York Mets. 2-time World Series champion. Get that off the glare there. Apologize for that. Once with the Mets in 1969, those Miracle Mets. And then in 1971 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. His 71 Topps card's a little hard to come by as it's a high number in the 71 series. But he won 28 games in his career, lost 34, but had a 3.48 ERA and 507 strikeouts. Thank you, Mr. Bob Johnson, for signing my card. This came back in, looks like 18 days. 18 days for Mr. Bob Johnson. Put him down here. Now, had some suspicions on who that was. I would say the next couple, though, 3 or so, I have no idea who they are. But we're going to go to Westchester, New York. One side of the country to the other. And this one seems to have some paper in it. No hard card. We'll see who this is. Bobby Valentine, it looks like. We got 2 cards. Got it looks like an 89 Topps, 88 Topps, I believe. 89 was right the first time. And then a 1974 Topps. I remember Mr. Valentine from his time managing with the Mets. But he did play in the majors as well, as you see here from that 1974 Topps card, where he compiled a .260 batting average, 12 home runs, and 157 runs batted in. During his Major League managerial career, he won 1,186 games, managing the Rangers, the Mets, and the Red Sox for just one season. Also went over to Japan and had 593 wins as a manager. So, the Chiba Lotte Mariners, I think it was. He also won the 2005 Japanese series, or Japan series. Don't quote me in that year, though. Let's see, these 2 cards came back in just 28 days. Thank you, Mr. Bobby Valentine. I think his funniest moment was when he got thrown out of a game with the Mets. Came back with a little bit of a disguise. Didn't really fool anybody. Sent some literature along. Looks like he has a book. So, Valentine's Way. Might have to check this one out. Looks like it's on Amazon. So, gonna have to give that one a look. Love reading some, and looks like we have some prices here too. But love reading books like that. So, right now I'm reading C.C. Sabathia's book. So, just came out not too long ago. Very good read. So, till the end. Highly recommend it. Next we have, didn't even say, Los Angeles, California. Too excited to rip into it. We have Willie McGinnis, Topps Finest. And then a 2020 Orange Decal Prism. So, a couple chrome cards. Sharpie was a little bit dying, but that's okay. Still looks really good. Really like that Topps Finest. Stalwarts. I think it is a 1997. Yeah, 97. So, pretty cool. Topps Finest always looks good signed. But Mr. Willie McGinnis, 3-time Super Bowl champion with those New England Patriots. Part of the 2000s and 1990s New England Patriots all-decade teams. Not NFL, but New England Patriots. Of course, is also in their Hall of Fame. And I believe he has the NFL record for postseason sacks with 16. So pretty incredible. After his time with the Patriots, he went over to the Browns. And, of course, the Browns, you know, they're the Browns. So, but still, pretty productive NFL career. 86 sacks, 582 tackles. And these 2 cards came back in just 53 days. Thank you, Mr. Willie McGinnis. Pretty cool. Start to put some cards up here. Don't know why I started putting them down there. Next one, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Another one that's kind of a mystery to me. Willie McGinnis was as well, and so was Bobby Valentine. I don't send too many things to Oregon, though, so Bob Johnson, I think I had that one down locked. Jim Bakken, I just sent this out, and this is his rookie card, a 65, I believe, Philadelphia. Pretty cool. That looks really clean with that blue Sharpie. Wow, very nice. So, did I even tell you guys where that was from? Milwaukee, Wisconsin? Yeah. Melted off to Madison, Wisconsin. Spent his collegiate career at the University of Wisconsin. Was a 7th round pick in the 1962 NFL draft by the St. Louis Cardinals. Played with them from 1962 to 1978. Was a 4-time Pro Bowler. Led the NFL in scoring in 1967. And incredibly enough, was a part of the 1960s and 1970s NFL All-Decade team. I love that stat, of course. Came back in just 8 days. Thank you, Mr. Jim Bakken. It's a great-looking card signed. Picked that up at a card show not that long ago, and it was in a very disgusting top loader. Next, we have Las Vegas, Nevada. Big old thanks on the back. Hard card in here. So you got folded over. Let's see. Rip through there. George Kuntz. 71 tops. Another blue Sharpie. And did not sign the 75 tops. So, one of two. Mr. George Kuntz. Glad he signed the 71 tops card. Maybe he doesn't like the Colts. Maybe he missed it. Maybe he's a one-per. Don't really know. But glad he signed the 71. Love the colors on that. Now, Mr. George Kuntz is not in the Hall of Fame, but he did make 7 Pro Bowls. Pretty incredible. Was an All-American at Notre Dame. I believe he was the 2nd overall pick in the 1969 draft. Again, don't quote me on that. I was not alive during that time. But in addition to being a 7-time Pro Bowler in the NFL, was a 3-time first-team All-Pro, 2-time second-team All-Pro. So very incredible career. Played with the Falcons and the Baltimore Colts. And this card came back in just 8 days. Thank you, Mr. George Kuntz. Great return. Next we have baseball return. No surprise there. Mr. Vernon Law. So, let's see what we got here. Mr. Vernon Sanders Law. Not the Colonel. Just picked these cards up. That looks fantastic. But again, just picked these cards up at a recent card show. 54 Bowman. And a 52 Bowman. Not his rookie. His rookie is 51 Bowman. But pretty incredible. Look at that. Always loads it up. So, takes a donation, of course. And I've sent to him a lot. That's the only reason I started out with that, I guess. If you've watched me at all, you know I send to him probably once every 3 months or so. He always loads the cards up. Just absolutely incredible. Of course, takes a $10 donation. Well, $8 to $10. I send 10. I've seen people send 8. I've seen people send 5, but I believe his fee is $8. But 2 cards, $20. These cards are old, like 7 years old. But Mr. Vernlaw, he writes everything for me here. You know, 2-time All-Star in 1960, World Series champion in 1960, Cy Young Award winner in 1960, played with the Pirates from 1950 to 1967, won 162 games with a 3.77 ERA and just over 1,000 strikeouts. Also, you'll see he was the Comeback Player of the Year and the Lou Gehrig Award winner in 1965. So, very cool. Can never go wrong with Vernlaw. Those just look great. So, thank you, Mr. Vernlaw. Put those right there. So hopefully this 52 Bowman stays up. And let's go to San Diego, California. Vernlaw came back in 7 days. Again, $8, I guess you could say, per 8 to 10. So it goes to a pretty good cause. And let's cut into San Diego, California. This one feels pretty full. We have Bob Skinner with the ballpoint pen. That's kind of cool. Some people don't like the ballpoint pen, but for these vintage cards, I kind of like it. Excuse me. 1955 Topps. This is his rookie card. Fern Law's teammate. And then a 1959 Topps. Pretty cool. Let's see here. So I hit the camera, of course. Put those there. And Mr. Bob Skinner. 277 career batting average, 103 home runs, 531 RBIs, I believe. Played with the Pirates, the Reds, and the Cardinals. Went on to be a manager of the Phillies and I believe 1 year for the Padres. Was a 3-time All-Star and a 3-time World Series champion. So pretty cool. Part of two of those with the Pirates. So 1960 and 1979 as a coach with the Pirates. And then 1964 with the the St. Louis Cardinals. He got traded mid-season in 64. But great signer. Has been for a very long time. I thought he was slowing down a little bit, so sent these out and got them back in 29 days. So happy to get them back. Wasn't sure if I was. I noticed returns from him just haven't really been occurring. So he is, I believe, 91 or so. So might be the last time I ever send to Bob Skinner. But thank you, sir, for signing these cards. Really happy to get the rookie card signed. And our last return, Orlando, Florida. Thank you to everyone for bearing with me. I have high hopes for this one. I'm going to have to rip into it because there is a lot of paper in here and a hard card. I don't want to damage anything. Get that out of here. I think I know it is just based on the fact that he looks like he signed the letter. Jack Youngblood. This, of course, is not the card I sent him. This is a card he sometimes sends, not all the time. This is the card I sent him. Very cool. Of course, had Elvin Bethea sign that before. Jack Youngblood completed it. But Mr. Jack Youngblood spent his entire career with the Los Angeles Rams from 1971 to 1984. Was a 7-time Pro Bowler. Led the NFL in sacks twice. Part of the NFL All-Decade teams in the 1970s. Part of the Pro Football and College Football Hall of Fames. Of course, went to University of Florida and was a first-round pick in the 1971 draft. These cards came back in just 23 days. I sent a $15 fee in just this card. So, pretty cool he sent that one back. But I'd seen he'd been personalizing a lot lately. And I sent this off anyways. I mean, I don't mind if things are personalized, but because this is a dual card and Elvin Bethea didn't personalize, I was kind of hoping he wouldn't do it. So, pretty glad he didn't, and that looks fantastic. So, thank you, Mr. Youngblood, for your autograph or autographs. Looks like oh my gosh. So he wrote God bless on my letter and put like his, just his initials. But pretty cool, pretty incredible. That's what we got this week. 3 Pirates. That was not planned. Pro Football Hall of Famer. McGinnis might make the Hall of Fame. George Kuntz might make the Hall of Fame. Jim Bakken might make the Hall of Fame. So, pretty incredible week, guys. But thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope your mailboxes are full as well. Bye for now.